Welcome back to the garage, or if you're new to the channel and this is the first video of mine that you've seen, welcome to the garage. My name is Zane. In today's video, I'm going to get the transmission removed from the chassis. Now you may be able to tell that the transmission is already removed from the chassis, and that's because I completely forgot the other day to record an introduction to this video. So before this introduction stretches out too long, now, it's always a good idea to double check what you're going to work on. I know it sounds kind of dumb, but sometimes it's overlooked. I just about came down here and started taking the bolts out of the drive shaft and off of the PTO, and that's whenever I realized that the drive shaft is basically the only thing that's holding up the rear of the transmission. So if I would have took this U-joint loose, I don't think it would have fell off of the rubber mounts, but if they were broken, there's a really good chance that it could have. So I brought down a bottle jack and two big chunks of wood that I'm going to support the rear half of the transmission. I'll get it level, take all this stuff apart, and then whenever I come in here with the forklift, I can easily wrap a chain around it and pull it out of the frame. So just a good idea to always double check what you're working on so you don't have something like this fall on you. Now the next thing for me to do is to try to get in here and unhook the PTO shaft from the pump side rather than the transmission side. This side has a keyway in it. You can probably see that I can unthread that. I can probably get my bar in here, push on this, and get this U-joint section off of it. Now the other side has a pin that runs through the U-joint side, so whenever I get this transmission into my shop, I'll have to take a hammer and a punch and get that out of there. I can't really get to it from how close it is to the frame. So I'll get the transmission and PTO out in one unit, and then I'll disassemble it once I get it up close to the garage. Now this is actually safety wired. They do this a lot in applications where there's moving parts, but this was wired together just in case this little pin went to back out. There was some tension on it to keep it from doing so. Now the next thing that I need to do is loosen this drain plug, take it all the way out so I can drain the fluid out of this transmission before I pull this PTO off the side of it. I got the PTO removed off of the side of the transmission. The fluid that was in it does not actually look half bad at all. I lucked out and I had one of these covers in my garage already, so I grabbed some bolts, put it in here. I've got this transmission sold already to somebody, so the next thing to do is to go down here, grab the torch, and I'll start removing a little bit more of the stuff that I don't need from that chassis. In this video clip, I'm actually using anti-vibration chainsaw gloves. This helps take out a lot of the shock from the hammer and the punch on my hands. Now an air hammer would work in the same principle, but sometimes it's just better to use brute force, especially with the rivets still being hot from the torch. I was really trying my best to not only remove the transmission in this video, but also remove the front axle and the leaf springs and hangers, but sometimes it just don't work like that. I'm definitely battling the weather. The other day when I used the torch, it was 60 degrees. The day after that was 45, and now it's 30 degrees, and we're supposed to get 3 inches of snow this afternoon, so I'll probably end up getting called into work and have to either spread salt or plow roads, neither of which I'm looking forward to, but I guess that comes with the job. I just want to take a minute at the end of this video to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. It truly means a lot. All the thumbs up and the subscriptions, shares that everybody does, it really means a lot, and it motivates me to work on these projects, even in weather like this. But I never really would have thought putting these videos out that anybody would want to watch them. And as I speak to you right now, I sit at over 10,000 subscribers, and that means a lot, and I want to truly thank you for that. I also wanted to give a shout out to a channel that I've never said anything about on my channel before. I ran across this about 3 months ago, and the fellow that owns this channel does a lot of great work with his videos, has a lot of interesting projects. That's Jason over at CV Customs. He owns his own business. He does a lot of power plant swaps into older trucks. He works on customers' projects as well as his own. And he's also got a soft spot for old international trucks, just like me. And us international guys need to stick together. So I'll go ahead and link his channel in the video description below. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to him. Just do me a favor and drop down in his comment section and tell him Zane sent you. But thanks a lot for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment or a question down below. Consider subscribing if this is the kind of content that you're into. And as always, just a friendly reminder that it doesn't matter if you're working on your project in a garage or in your driveway. What matters is that you go out there, you do the job yourself, and you learn more about your project, whatever that project may be. Now that this video is over and it's not snowing, how about you go outside and work on something? My name is Zane, and I'll catch you next time.